Here we are for day 5 of the 12 Days of Christmas, season 7, here on the Disney Docket channel. And today, no other than Doc Hudson, the fabulous Hudson Hornet, will be the car of choice. And he's got his little tire there in the funny flashback series. But before we get started, this is exactly what I was trying to remember the other day when I was reviewing the track damage Cruz Ramirez. I was raving that her artwork reflected the diecast and they didn't just put a regular picture of Cruz. I think I was also talking about that with the Ramon. And I was like, I can't think of an example right now of when they use just basic artwork. And literally this is the perfect example of that. Because I don't see a tire. Like, shouldn't there be a tire right there, right? Yeah, Mattel or Disney, Pixar. I don't know who to really blame. Like, Mattel should have requested that artwork. Pixar probably just gave it to them and they're like, okay, we're just gonna put a tire on here and call it a day. We're not gonna bother Pixar with any requests and we're just gonna push this out real quick and call it a new release. I feel like it went something along the lines of that. But either way, this was the prime example. Other than that though, this is a nice release and I'm excited to review it today, guys. So yeah, the suggestors, I guess you could say, for today are AstroSmokey and Peter Murfitt. Thank you guys very much for the request. This is another great car for me to review since I missed it during the, main year, I guess you could say. AstroSmokey, another Collectors Link member, so check out his content. I'm very grateful to both you guys for the support that you've left on my videos, for a very, very long time. So thanks again, guys. All right, let's get right into the review. He was released in 2020 Singles Case N, which I unboxed. So I'll leave that link in the description below and card suggestion pop-up if you're interested. It was a ton of fun. I mean, that case had metallic snot rod. It had Slider Petrowski. It was a really solid case. Now, although the artwork doesn't reflect the diecast, it's still a nice artwork. Like, this is the artwork they've used, I think, since like 2016, I think, yeah, something along those lines. I think it was 2016. Maybe I'm wrong, though. Either way, I really do like it. Doc looks great. There's a little funny flashback symbol there. There's a picture of Cupcake McQueen. Relive some of your favorite silly moments from the world of cars with these wacky racers. I don't exactly know why they call them racers, because, you look at these here. I guess they're all racers except for Mater. I don't know. I think that was just a weird word to use. So you have Cupcake McQueen, Kurt with bug teeth, Wasabi Mouth Mater, and Rust-eze, or McQueen with the Rust-eze sign. In my opinion, this was a wasted series. They wasted so much potential. The only car I would have released, like if I was in charge of Mattel, and they're like, we're going to do a funny flashback series, what 5 cars do you want to release? The only one that I would agree with Mattel on is Cupcake McQueen. That was funny. Iconic. Man, it's just kind of a cool release, I'm glad they did that one. I think it'll be very popular down the stretch. But some of these others, especially these two here, since we already got them released, and honestly, I don't think this one here, wasn't that funny? I don't know. This one, yeah, I guess you could say that one's funny. Kurt with bug teeth, again, was it really that funny? It's not memorable at all unless you're a hardcore fan. I don't know, bug teeth Kurt, really? You just released the regular Kurt. And then Doc with tire, it's just too fresh. Again, it's just such a small moment in the movie. I didn't really find it super funny. Plus, we'll talk about this later. But he had a couple other things on top of him too, and they're just doing the tire one. They don't change the expression. So this series, in my opinion, I hate to be drab, a couple days out from Christmas, but it was a failure. I don't like the series at all. One good release, in my opinion. Now, if you were to ask me, like I said, what cars would you include in the series? I can't really think of too many off the top of my head, but I totally would do some other ones that were more iconic in the movie. I think some sort of tractor tipping scene. There was some funny moments when they went to tip those tractors, or maybe when the tractors stampeded the town, something along those lines. I think they could have done something like that. And it also makes more sense to do it from Cars because it is more of a flashback, whereas Cars 3, like Doc here, Kurt with bug teeth, it's just so fresh. I don't know, it just doesn't seem that funny to me. Maybe a good funny flashback card would have been when Mater and McQueen were patrolling Tokyo or just exploring. Like, I feel like if Courtney Carsper was in the chase and he could have been re-released, that would have been a great card to include. Kabuki Mater, maybe that Mater with like the Dinoco jugs that he was drinking. I think those would have been good. But enough ranting about what we could have had. Let's open up what was. Alright, so here is Doc out of the package, and there is Doc from the movie. So, like I said, yeah, a few other things on his hood briefly, and I guess it's kind of unrealistic to have a die cast of that because it's like so thin, and then it just, I mean, he's balancing, right? So, I don't know, I feel like that would be extremely difficult to do as a die cast, if not impossible, because you basically have like those cans and then like the tire. It'd be delicate, it would break. I mean, come on, unless you made like a detachable type thing. So I get that they just did Doc with tire here, but change the expression. Like, bro, come on. Doc's had the same expression every single time he's ever been released. I mean, if you go back to the original Doc right here, now he's being released from Thailand, but it's still, you know, pretty much the same expression. So I don't really like that. I mean, come on, you could have changed up his expression a teensy bit, right? Like they did with Cruz Ramirez for Track Damage Cruz. They changed up a little bit, and it makes all that much difference. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I hate to be drab in this video. I like this release, but they could have done a better job. That's all I'm saying. So this is the Thailand Fabulous Hudson Hornet dirt track style. So you can see he's got the little dirt around the fenders there. So we'll use him as a comparison though. Again, same expression. I guess his mouth is now open a little bit more. So that's actually nice. You know, I kind of take a little bit of that back. His mouth is open, which they've never really done with Doc. So that's cool, but because of the fact it's all chrome, it doesn't look that much different, you know? But I guess they went to that effort, so that's kind of nice. I wish they just kind of painted maybe his mouth or like a tongue in there so you could see like, that's the mouth, but it's just all chrome. It's like, does Doc have a chrome tongue? Last time I checked, he doesn't. I'm pretty sure the tire is also supposed to have some decal detailing on there, some sort of wording. Doesn't. Okay, yes, it's cool. It's just like a plastic piece that's attached through those little supports you can see on either side there. Taking a look at Doc himself, he's got the twin H power for horsepower, 51 Hudson Hornet, the old style piston cup logo, dirt track racer tires. So yeah, I think the tire was supposed to be like that. It's supposed to say dirt track racer, but maybe I'm wrong. I might be wrong about that, so don't quote me. Got the red rims, fabulous Hudson Hornet. That's blurry, 51. So now what really comes down to, which is what we're going to test here, is how nice the decals are. How clear are they compared to the previous Thailand version? So we'll see if they improved them at all, and then compare them to China, of course. So you have the Hudson logo there on the back with the trunk, hatch. Very glossy. Of course, you have a chrome base, which is what he's always had. N29A means he was made in the 29th week of 2020 at the A Factory. Of course, Hornet. Looks like Hamet, but the R and the N are just pretty much merged. The tail of the R caught a little bit of the N, and it looks like an M. Okay, so like I was saying, did they improve from, this was a 2018 Thailand release, very early on, released with, no, it was 2019, yeah, okay. 2019 release with Jet Robinson. That is where this guy came from. So one of the earlier Thailand releases, you know, this is almost 2 years later now. Yeah, this was L46A and 29A. So yeah, a little bit less than 2 years. Did they improve? Let's take a look. I want to say that the decals aren't bad. on either of them compared to like some of the other things that we've seen in the past. But I hate to say it, doesn't look much improved. Like that is definitely the worst, because that is supposed to say Hornet there. And it just looks like a red blob. In fact, yeah, maybe a little bit better. But you do have the dirt here. Let's compare these two. Again, you have the dirt, it's hard to compare. These look pretty much the same. 51. Maybe the roof will show us some insight. Pretty easy to do that. Oh, face reveal. Oh. These ones. Again, this is the tire version. Looks darker over here. I think they did improve, actually. Can't read that at all. Like, if I didn't know that was supposed to say Hornet, I wouldn't know it said Hornet. But this, it does, you know, look a little bit more visibly Hornet. So I would say they did improve. I don't know about this one. I don't know why the decals are darker for one, but yeah, that does look a tinge better. Hudson. This one might look a little bit better. The trunk there. Interesting. So, I don't know. I think it's pretty much the same when you aggregate it. Ooh, that was a massive zoom out. Again, still learning the new features here. But cool stuff. Now let's compare him to a Chinese version. So this is the Dirt Track China version that was released in the summer of 2017. I think it's gonna blow it out of the water. Just gonna be honest with you guys. Yeah. You can clearly see that says Hornet there. That looks better. I mean, is that really, that's all we really have to even compare here. If we want to rub it in, we could look at these decals on the trunk. Oh my god, that compared to that. Whew. Mattel Thailand, what are you doing? That's all. I don't want to make him feel bad. That's all we need to show. So yeah, guys, let's bring in the whole brigade of Doc Hudson releases. So this is the Fabulous Hudson Hornet with, or the Pit Crew member Fabulous Hudson Hornet. So he's got the headset. He might be getting a release this year from 2021 or in 2021. So we'll get a Thailand variant of that. Of course, we have the damaged version, which I reviewed in like April or May. So I'll leave that link in the description below and card suggestion pop-up if you want to check it out. We got the original Doc Hudson here. We got the Precision Series Doc. We got Santa Doc, who's probably my favorite version of him. We have just Dirt Track Doc, where he just has the red wheels. Then we got some silly variants that didn't appear. Just Doc with his regular white walls, which they then corrected. Put the red ones on, which is the one we were just comparing. Oh, actually, no. Then that is the one without the dirt. And then this is like the Cars 3 version with the dirt. Cool. Now we got everything out here. So thank you guys so much for watching. My favorite car from the Funny Flashback series was Cupcake McQueen. I have to say, you know, they did a great job with him. The other ones, though, not really. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Who's your favorite Doc Hudson variant? Thanks again to AstroSmokey and Peter. I will see you guys tomorrow for day 6. Bye now.